Hi, welcome back. How are you guys? I hope you guys have had a fantastic week so far, even past week. So I hope you had a great week last week, and I hope you're having a great week this week so far. We have had a pretty good week. I think I said that last time too. A good week. We had a great week. A little busier than I anticipated, so that was a little bit different. But that is life, that happens. And so a lot of the things I wanted to get done didn't quite get done, but it's okay. So we had a back to school barbecue for my boys. We went to go do that. I think that was a major thing, but our boys are homeschooled, so they had gotten a lot of their stuff already a couple weeks prior, so they had already started school. And I think I just didn't realize, getting back into that groove, figuring out the schedule of how they're going to take care of things, and then this back to school thing. It wasn't so much that it was super busy, but it's just more my time does go a little bit more on focusing for my younger one. And so I guess I just forgot how it was, but it's okay. Like I said, still time to do things. I just didn't quite get everything that I wanted to do finished, but yes, so I'm hoping not to be all over the place this time, because I feel like the last video I was a little more disorganized, and I was just kind of talking a lot about just jumping all over the place. So I'm hoping that this video is a little bit more organized. I wrote my notes and I'm gonna not get off track. So yes, I wanted to talk about the back to school so I'm homeschool mom. That has been working out pretty good for us. We started around the pandemic time because the boys were in public school. And then around that time, they homeschooled. And ever since then, they just haven't really, I ask and they haven't wanted to go back. So, and I think it just works for us. We enjoy it. We take care of the things that we need to take care of, and then you have the rest of the day to take care of other things that you might want to do, or there's other things that we end up doing. So it's been great for us so far, until things change, at least. And I think that was all I wanted. I mean, there's not much to say there. It kind of, it frees up my time. I know that much. So that's always nice, because then I have time to do what I need to do. So that's always a nice little thing. Today, I have yet to talk about the weather. It's turning out to be a nice sunny day. I'm kind of regretting not opening the window. It was raining earlier today. It rained all night yesterday, or I guess this morning it rained. I think it rained. Yeah, we've had rainy weather, cloudy, and it was supposed to continue raining. And so I'm wearing my, it was a little chilly this morning, and now the sun's trying to peek through. I'm not sure if you can notice that, and it's starting to get warm in here. So I'm thinking, man, I should have opened the windows. So I may get up later and open the windows if it gets a little bit hotter, because I'm starting to feel the heat. Or maybe I'll just take off my little cardigan here. But yeah, it's turning to be a nice day, so still need to take my walk, which I'll need to do a little bit later. Which brings me to my point for baby girl. So I had mentioned how I was having some back pain. And interestingly enough, I noticed, okay, so I wear slippers during the winter time, cold months in the house, because obviously it's cold, my feet get cold. I want to have something nice and comfortable, and I want my feet to feel nice in the winter time. So I always have slippers. But in the summertime, it's just too hot to wear slippers. So I was looking for a different alternative. And my mom, she wears Crocs for her indoor shoes where she lives. And when she comes to visit, she's got her Crocs for here. And I was like, I should try Crocs. Maybe that might be nice, because they're somewhat breathable, And I was wearing them, and then I had stopped wearing them for some reason, just a couple days. I don't know why. I think it was just more of the effort of putting my feet in and doing that, because I was kind of having some pain, like that. The back pain was really bothering me, and just getting my foot in, it was just, so I just decided not to even wear it. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to walk barefoot. Well, around the second day, I noticed my back pain was kind of minimal. Like, it wasn't as bad as it was. And I was like, huh. Well, I started wearing the Crocs again. And a couple days after wearing them, or really it was more like just the first day of wearing them, I noticed that it came back. So I again chose to stop wearing them in the house. And the darnest thing, my back, I mean, yes, I still have a slight pain, but it is not as bad. Like, it has improved 90%, I would say. So I'm thinking it was the Crocs. It was the Crocs, something of it maybe not being leveled. I don't know. I'm not sure. All I know is that that's the only thing that I've been doing different. I mean, I have been taking my walks, but I can't say that I have been super taking my walks. So, you know, it was just weird. So I haven't been wearing the Crocs. I've just been walking barefoot around the house, which is fine. You know, it's not cold or anything to where it's bothering me, but my back pain is just a lot less. I'm not saying it's completely gone, but it's definitely not there like it was before. So just in case you're having some back pain, it could be the way your feet are in the Crocs. Like, my feet may not. I mean, I've worn Crocs before and I didn't have any problems, so I'm not sure if this just has to do with pregnancy and Crocs and my feet, but it really did change a lot. So we're off the Crocs for now until baby girl decides to arrive. Yeah, so, but besides that, nothing has changed. Everything has been good. She's been moving so much. I mean, she's been making little movements to where it's not painful kicks, but you know, you're just kind of like, whoa, what are you doing in there? So that's been kind of cool. I'm trying to enjoy that because, you know, you tend to forget after so many years. I mean, you don't forget the feeling you felt, but you do forget. I mean, slightly. So it's been nice having that feeling. But yeah, so let's get started. I mean, I will share this next week. I was hoping to do it this week, but I know I have footage. I have a ton of footage of my animals, but I wanted to get like fresh footage of my animals just to kind of show you guys my two pets, well, our two pets, the family pets here, and but I didn't get some fresh footage, and I really wanted some fresh footage to introduce our dog and our cat. So I will do that on the next one in case you're interested in seeing our cute little animals. So okay, so I don't have too much to show this time around because, like I said, life happens, and the time I thought I had just kind of went away. Don't know how. It just goes by so quickly. It's so crazy. But it's okay because, you know, there's other opportunities to get these things done. So, the first one I'm going to show you was from, you guys kind of saw it last week. I was still working on it. Here's the hat that I was working on, and it's from Purl Soho. It's just their classic ribbed hat. And yeah, I think I like how it turned out. I was a little sad that I didn't get the pink in there because there was just a hint of pink, and I was hoping to get like a little bit of pink, and it just didn't quite work out. So I was like, man, but that's okay. So I have yet to wash it, and I'm thinking it's a little bit fuzzy. I think it's not that it's fuzzy, but I was gonna just use those, I'm not even sure. I know what it's called, but I can't think of it. So I'm, of course not, because I'm doing this. It's the one, you know, that you just kind of rub over and it kind of takes off the little top layer of maybe whatever lint or fuzzy or anything that could be stuck in there. So I just want to go over it after I wash it and block it, because I haven't blocked it either. But I did get balloons to try out the blocking method of the balloons, because like I said, I have never tried that, and I always have just laid my items flat to set. So I'm curious as to the balloon. I'm sure it works because it sounds like a lot of people have tried that. So I did get balloons, so I'm excited about that. So there is this one. That was the one I was almost done with it last week, so I don't want to touch too much on this one. This one is also another project. Yes, we're going to move on from this one. This one was another project that I have had finished, but my friend, it's for my friend who had a baby girl not too long ago, I think about 3 months ago. And they, long story short, she's not here in Alaska, but she plans on, they plan on coming back here to Alaska, and we just decided, oh, we'll wait until you're here, and then that way I can give it to you in person. And so I still kind of have it, but it has been something that's been done for a while, but I still want to share it because it is the cutest blanket ever. I mean, I think it's cute. So you can let me know if you think it's cute or not too. But I'm gonna most likely have to get up on this one because it is fairly big. And let's see here. How am I going to open this? Okay. That way you guys can get the full on. So I believe it's called the elephant bubble elephant blanket. Let me see here. And I'm hoping I can't really see how far you can see. And I hope it's in frame. Let's see here. Is it in frame? Sorry, you guys. Yeah, there we go. And it's just so cute. Oh my goodness. And her theme was elephants. And this is the back. I mean, really, it's almost like it's reversible, huh? Because you can really put it any way. So yeah, this is the blanket I made her baby girl. And like I said, I think it's called the bubble elephant or elephant bubble from, I wrote this down, from, no, of course not. Of course I didn't write it down. I wrote it down, but I didn't write down from who. I think I was supposed to look that up and I didn't. But as always, it will be down below. The yarn I used is from Jagger Spun. It's one of my favorite yarns. I'm not sure if you guys have tried it or not. I definitely think it's worth trying it. It is one of, like, it's just one of my favorites. So I like using them. Jagger Spun, they're in Maine. I think that's their main, the state Maine. And I think that's one of the main locations that they have and where they started from. The colors I used is blush, smoke, charcoal, and lava. So blush is the main pink color, smoke is the elephant, charcoal is just like the shadows of the elephant, and lava was the eyes, I believe. It was just a little bit of the lava there. Yeah, it's just the elephant's eyes. Yeah, but it's so cute. And I love, it's going to be super warm. It's 100% wool. This is going to be something that it can definitely be treasured and passed on as long as it's taken care of. And that's what I like about making some of these projects, is that's the whole thing for me, is especially when it's something unique or really just, I don't know. I hope you guys know what I'm trying to say, but it's the whole, it can be passed down, your kid can use it, their kids can use it, or maybe other, other kids in your family can use it. It's almost just an heirloom. It can become an heirloom, almost like a quilt. Quilt is usually something that is passed down. You get it, you can use it, but you can also take care of it and just have for generations, and that's what I like creating for long-term things, if that makes sense. Because of course, I'll make all kinds of things. That's what we have on our site. It's just everyday, from everyday items to heirlooms, because you can create those kind of things. So yeah. Okay, let me just fold this up real quickly. And okay, and those are the two things that I have for finished projects. I was gonna say fast offs, but finished projects, finished objects. The goal last week was to finish my sweater. That, of course, did not happen. It is still going to be my work in progresses today. I won't spend too much time on there. But, oh, before we get started on that, I did want to say who the giveaway winner is. Thank you so much for the comment and the information, because it was a lot of help. And what's funny too, okay, so the giveaway winner is Kayla R. Reed. And so I will either get in touch with you through here, or you can get in touch with me when you see this. So congratulations. I'm excited for you. And the help that you gave for the swatches. That made me laugh last week when I just kept saying gauge and I totally meant swatches, but it was helpful because it gave me extra information. But I looked back in the pattern and I think I was very obsessed with the whole gauge and not seeing past it. But it was literally right there too, where it said to use, using the stockinette. Like, it told you right there, oh, it's just for the body. And I'm like, Kim, come on now. But I think I was just so focused. Like, I was just like, the gauge, like, because it's just underneath what the stitches are and the rows and everything. And it was slightly smaller. And I was like, are you kidding me? It was right there too. But like I said, was just so focused. So that helped me. The information I read, it was helpful, made me look back, and now we're good. So I'll get into that for the future cast-ons, because I'm going to talk about the work in progress. So yeah, so again, congrats. I'm excited for you, and we will definitely get that out to you, and we'll get together about that. And I'm so sorry if I sound out of breath. It's just, I'm not out of breath. It's just I'm out of breath because of baby girl. So to my sweater, which is my work in progress right now, it's the only one I have currently for knitting and crocheting. I did start on the sleeve, and I'm almost done with the sleeve. I could have had the sleeve done, but it just didn't happen. And I had to, I'm adding a little bit more than what the pattern calls for, which again, probably leads back to the whole swatching thing, but I didn't swatch for the sweater. So this was before I started doing that. But either way, it's fine, because it's all still going to work out. And I've tried it on. It's going to fit. Like, it fits a little bit snug right now, because, you know, it's supposed to be a little bit bigger. But because of my belly, it's just a little bit snug. But I know that after the fact, it should fit appropriately. So here is the sleeve. And I think it's looking pretty good. And I just have my decreases, and I have another inch to make before I start the cuff. And that's just another 4 inches, because it is supposed to come below your, you know, almost close to your fingers, which is one of the reasons why I like this sweater, was because I love long sleeves for sweaters, and, you know, really even long sleeve shirts. I just like the sleeves very long. So yes, I was going to take a picture and kind of insert it here so you guys could see what it looks like, but like I said, it's kind of snug, so it's not really looking like it should look, but I know that afterwards it will be fine. So yeah, this is the sweater. Still need to do the sleeve and the neckline. So we will shoot for this week to have it done. Not that it needs to be done, especially since it's more of a wintertime thing, but still, it's good to have goals. So that is going to be my my goal. So I don't want to spend too much time on it since we talked about it a lot last week. And then if I do get it done next week, then maybe I'll spend a little bit more time there because you'll see the finished product. I will remind you of the yarn I use, which is Malabrigo Rios in Wales Road. And the pattern again was Home V-neck sweater by Caidree. So going to the future cast-ons, I know that last week I mentioned I was thinking about starting the Weekender, and I still might do it, but because of this KAL that I mentioned too, I'm thinking I might just do the KAL first and then the Weekender sweater, unless I end up having time to do kind of both at the same time. But I'm thinking I might focus more on the KAL, the Joji's Fall KAL. And yeah, just because it'll just be there. And the construction of this sweater that I plan on doing too is kind of going to be a little bit not, I don't want to say hard because I have done sweaters, so I kind of am, you know, understanding some things, but there is things like on the Weekender pattern and then this pattern that you really, you know, you're reading it. I'm like reading all the details because I don't want to miss something or mess up. And so yeah, but I thought I'd let you guys know which one I'm thinking about doing for this knit along, and it is Joji's pattern for Puntilla. I'm pronouncing it in Spanish, like, because of the L's. So Puntilla is how I would pronounce it, but I could be wrong too. So, but it's pretty cool looking. My color ink is a little bit out, so you can't really, the yellow I think is out, and it wasn't going to print out really good, or else I would have printed it out in color and you guys could have seen it better. But it's pretty cool. It's got this nice little detail at the bottom here where you have this sweater be all in a main color, and then the bottom here is a contrasting color, and even the bottom of the sleeves. And as you can tell, the sleeves are also very long, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, so I decided to maybe start this one first, start kind of swatching on this one, getting things ready for this one, and if everything's going smoothly, then maybe starting the Weekender. If not, then I might just do like smaller side projects instead, just because I do still like to have a small side project. But yes, this isn't the color that I'm picking by any means, but it is the right type of yarn, the type of yarn that she recommends. So I kind of had started, I was hoping to have a little bit more than this, but it didn't happen. But this is the beginning of my swatch. So we'll see how this works out. And if this does not work out, then I may need to go shopping, even though I shouldn't go shopping. But I noticed I don't really have the type of yarn. I mostly carry worsted weight yarn or bulky or DK. And this is like a lightweight fingering yarn that she's recommending. So this was the closest I could find here in my studio, because I'm not really trying to go and get more yarn. I mean, I would love to go get more yarn, but I'm trying not to go get more yarn. So we will see how the swatch works out, and I'm hoping all works out well. And that is going to be my future cast on, so I'm hoping to have a little bit more next week. The knit along doesn't start until September 1st, but she has opened up the sign up sheet to join the forum or to join the group so that you can get, you know, so you can be in the group. And I think that would be exciting, because then if I have any questions, or if there's questions that other people have and then I might have, it'll be great. I haven't quite done a knit along quite like this. I've done a crochet along, and but I guess what I'm trying to say is I've never been super involved. So I'm excited about being super involved this time, because it just sounds like so much fun, and I think it's going to be the perfect thing for me at that moment, you know, or in a couple weeks, or just right now. So I'm excited. Yeah. let me know if you guys decide to join. That will be fun to see. And yes, today I did want to talk a little bit about sewing because, as I've mentioned before, I'm making a baby quilt for our daughter, and I have some fabric and I wanted to show it before I cut into it because I plan on starting that process this week, just because time is quickly going, like it's just going, and I don't know how much more time. I mean, I have time, but because time goes by quickly, yeah. So I didn't want to cut into the fabric and then not show you guys the fabric. So I am excited about this. Oh, I forgot the other project, but that's okay. Okay, it'll be fine. I meant to show another one. It's a work in progress that I have for sewing, but I guess we'll just, if I finish it, I'll just go straight to finished projects. It's fine. So we'll start with the first few ones because I did get fabric today to complete the set of what I'm going to be doing. Let's see here. Oh, and you know what else? You see, here I am going all over the place again. So last week I mentioned I was going to bring up the fanny pack, the granny square fanny bag. So you know how I had the story about Amazon, and you know, Amazon's great, but sometimes shipping, you know, we do get shipping here every now and then for second day or just 3 days. Sometimes it works really great where it's super fast, and then other times it takes a while. Like the strap that I had ordered for that bag, it took a while, and then it got delayed. Where did I put it? But I have the strap now, so I can finish I need to still put the lining in the bag and then put the strap there. So hoping that will be done as well. Yeah, the strap ended up getting delayed by a couple days, and that's the times that I don't like having to order online. Love ordering online, but I don't always like waiting for it. But I couldn't find another one here in town that was already complete, you know, just already ready to go. I'll have to do some more research to see if there is another place in town, or even in Anchorage, the main city. But yeah, but anyways, excited about that. So that was the story with the granny square bag, is that I didn't have it done because I was waiting for the strap. So now we have the strap, so hopefully that will be next week too. It's gonna look so good though. I mean, I know I'm saying that with everything, but it's because it's true. So okay, so baby girl's theme is, I mean, it is kind of for me too, but I'm hoping that it's for her, is basically, you know, sheep, alpaca, llamas, the whole fiber related thing. And so I've got these, I kind of have them out of order. Let's see here if I can put these back. So I've got this one, which I know this one has a little bit too much blue in there, but it was, believe it or not, a little bit hard to find this type of fabric in the fabric stores. And even they do have some online, which I did order one online that I'm waiting for. So there's one missing, but I was able to find these here locally. But it's so cute, isn't it? It's just adorable. And it's like the blue, it kind of was like, well, you know, but it's okay because her quilt's going to be all different colors. It's not going to be just one color. So it's got a little bit of everything. And so it's not going to necessarily mean anything. But yeah, this one's going to go. And this one's going to have like the background. I think this was the background I was kind of thinking. Just to kind of border. Well, you'll end up seeing the final result. But, and I know it's probably going to be hard to maybe visualize or picture, but this is kind of what's going to go together here. My main background color overall is going to be this purple. So this is going to go on all the other squares because there's going to be squares. So this is the purple that's going to go with this. Okay, so there's those. And then I have, let's see, this one was going with, this is the one that we're switching out that I decided not to do. I'm going to use for something else. And then I think it was, this one. So this one's the alpacas. It just makes you so happy. It makes me so happy. I don't know about you, but I just have to smile when I see this. And then I'm pairing it with, I think it was this green that I was going to pair it with. It was either going to be this green or this yellow. I'm not sure. I might change my mind. So, I mean, they both look good with it, you know. So, and then of course, again, it's going to have the purple, because I kind of have more of her color being purple, lavender, you know, lilac, more so than pink, you know. It's just, but obviously there's going to be green, so it's going to be like this, or it can be like this. So depending, but I think it's going to look good either way. So then there was that. And this was the one that I had for sheep, because it's got some sheep, but it's got some alpaca in there too, which isn't, is this upside? No, it's not upside down, which isn't necessarily bad. I did want more of just sheep, kind of like the other fabrics where it's just llama or just alpaca. So I kind of switched this one. I ended up switching this one out. And I'm just going to make something else with this. I mean, I like the fabric, but I kind of just wanted the sheep. So I found this other cute sheep fabric online, and that's the one that I'm waiting for. And it's got, I'll put a picture in here. And it's got some green, pink, and almost like dark. It's not even purple. It's almost, I'm not sure what color. So today I ended up going to one of the last local stores that I hadn't gone to that sell fabric here, and I found this one, which I don't think I'm going to use necessarily for the quilt. I might just use it for something else, but we'll see. Who knows? I might change my mind, but I thought it was so cute. This one is llamas, so I guess I wouldn't really use it because I'm really I was looking for sheep. I'm talking about sheep here. And yeah, this would be llamas. So this, like I said, is probably not going to be in the quilt, but I still got it because it's just very hard to find this anyways. And I figured, well, I can make, you know, like a pillow case cover or a pillow out of it. You know, just kind of thinking about what to do with this. Either way, I love it. So I was going to buy it regardless. But yes, this is not quite, and who knows, maybe it will. Maybe I might replace the blue one. I don't know. We'll see. I already kind of know what I'm going to do for the quilt, but again, things can change until I finalize it. So, but yes, but I'm hoping that with the other one that I got online, I ended up getting this one to kind of be the border around that other fabric, and then of course this will be what goes over that, because this is like the main background. So yes, so I'm hoping that with the picture it will look good. It looked good when I was looking at my phone and comparing. So but either way, I'm sure I'll figure it out and it's all gonna look good. And that's the thing about quilting, is that it could be almost anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can totally have it be a perfect quilt, or you can have it be totally mix matching. You know, I think it just depends on what the person is wanting, or who you're making it for, or the style. You know, it's just, it can be just, yes, it's quilting. So I'm excited about that project, and I think with that one, I might share that one once I get this started, because I'm going to cut into these most likely today. That was my plan today. And I think that I'm going to kind of have that as a separate thing because it's going to be a bigger project. So, but I'm excited to see the final result because, you know, it's always different when you're just envisioning it and seeing it either on paper or in your head. But when it's completely done, it's like, oh, wow, you know, this was just, this is amazing. So yeah, so that is my fabric. And I forgot the other one, but it's okay. Like I said, I will show it next time. It is a bag that I'm making for my mom. But I did want to also share a book that I finished reading that I thought was, at first I didn't know what I was reading, and I probably shouldn't have moved that all the way here because I'm going to be blocking the note I had here. And I just thought I'd share it with you guys because I thought it was pretty good. And it's not, like I was saying, it's not really a book that I normally would find myself reading, but I ended up liking it. Like, I couldn't really put it down. So it's called We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker. It is a thriller. The genre is thriller, mystery, suspense, literary fiction. And so that kind of thing is not really usually what I read, but it was one of the, it did get me to continue reading. It wasn't as bad as I thought, and I needed to know what was going to happen. You know, those books that you're just like, I need to just know, and you can't put it down. So a lot of the times I try to catch some chapters when I'm doing my walk or right before bed, because I'm usually working on a project right before bed, but just those last few minutes before bed, I'm trying to catch some pages in. So yeah, I thought I would share that. And I'm not, you know, have you guys read it? Do you guys like thriller, mystery? I tend to go mostly with, you know, happier things versus bad things. And I wouldn't say it was horrible, so I think that's why it wasn't so bad. So yes, anyways. But yeah, okay. So yeah, just again, congratulations to the giveaway winner, Kayla R. Reed. We will get in touch and we will send out your stuff. And I'm just not going to prolong this. So we will see you on the next one. Have a great week.